All right, so how much does the CRM actually cost? Under settings and then billing, this will show you any charges associated with the CRM and how much it costs. So there's two different kind of charges that you'll see. One is just the monthly cost to use the CRM, which when you go to billing, subscriptions, you'll see it right here. It'll show you how much you're paying per month for the software. It'll also show you the next time you're going to be billed. So your next time you're going to get charged this is going to be on this date. And if you ever want to cancel, you would just click here, press cancel, and you can cancel the subscription. Depending on what plan you're on and stuff, if there are upgradable options, you can click here and you could upgrade into a higher plan. Now the other kind of charges are what I would call consumable charges, which they're optional. You don't have to use them, but if you choose to, it is a consumable charge, meaning like the more of it you use, the more it costs. And really the two biggest ones is phone and email, the biggest being phone. So you don't have to use the phone. You can keep all your communication outside of the CRM, but if you want it to all be in the CRM so you can see every phone call, every text, which I do strongly recommend, just like you have to pay for your normal phone through, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, there is a cost to get a phone number, to send text, and to make phone calls. And like I said, that's your biggest monthly cost. The email and there's a couple other charges really don't add up to much, but the phone is the big one. I have a completely separate video that goes into detail about all the phone cost. This video is mainly just to go over where you can find your charges in the CRM and how you can see them in different ways. So if you want to know in detail about phone cost, watch that video. So all of this will be broken out for you in multiple ways. So you'll have a summary like you see here where it's actually showing, okay, here's all my text messages, right? So it costs $8.80 for 650 text messages, which if you do the math right, it'd be 8.8 divided by 650. It's about 13.5 cents a text message. And that'll change based on how many emojis you're sending, pictures, this, that, and the other. But the point is it'll all be broken down here like this, and that'll be under wallet and transactions. And then you can even go to detailed transactions, which will show you the actual cost for every single one. And you can filter this a bunch of different ways and by different dates, but you can see, okay, sending this text right here was 0.00869. This email was 0.000709 cents to send. And you can even click into it and see like what email it was. Okay, so for this account, you can see it's $100 a month, and then they're about $25 to $30 a month. And then we're actually at the end of December, but December's got holidays and stuff, so you can see it was only $12.20 for this month. We still have 5 days left of this month, so it's going to be significantly less. But the point of this is just to show you like there's transparency. You can see what it actually cost. And if you look at these costs, other than the emails, they're all pretty much associated with the phones. This is all of the additional costs that exist, at least at the time of this video. So you can see it's basically phones, emails, and then there's other fees, which is basically like all the AI stuff, and then a couple like one-off things, like if you purchase a domain, there's going to be an annual fee there. Like, it's $12 a year to have domain abcpainting.com. And like with the phones, pretty much all of this is like built in to have a phone number, make calls, send text, carrier fees, MMS fees, SMS fees, group SMS. Those are all like costs that you're just going to incur. This is just how it's actually broken down, meaning like each one of these will be in the summary broken out like this. Each one of these are more like luxury things if you want to use the answering machine detection, record calls, if you want to send yourself text message notifications. But these are all the different possible ones. But again, if we like look at this summary, right, it was about $10 for all the phone calls, and then they're not using any of this stuff, right? So it's just 000. Emails was 9 cents this month. Text was about $8.15. And then this is all associated with the phones. That monthly fee to have A2P, to do some call conferencing and routing stuff, to record the phone calls was 73 cents. This one up here is call recording storage. So you can delete them later, but if you want them to be stored in there, that was 7 cents. My point is like everything except for emails and this was related to the phones. And the rest of this stuff you can choose to use or not, but just know anything related to AI is going to cost money. And then these other things should be pretty obvious. Like if you purchase a domain, that's going to cost money. And it'll tell you when you go to purchase it, it'll say, hey, this cost X amount of dollars. And some of these things, like all this AI, you can use it as you go. So it'll be like, hey, every message costs like 4 cents or something like that. But then there's also an option to get an unlimited AI plan where it's like, hey, or you could just pay this much a month and everything's unlimited. So you would want to just start out consuming it if you want to. And then once you get close to that unlimited amount, just switch to unlimited. And then as your business grows and gets bigger, that'll be a fixed cost. And obviously you don't need to use any of this. So there is these premium triggers and actions, and that's in automations, but basically there's a star next to the trigger or action. So let me show you what I mean by that. In automations, you can build things out. You click here, there's all these triggers, right? So out of the 70 triggers that exist, at least at the time of this video, there's only one that costs money. And there'll be this little crown right here to indicate that it's premium, and it's the inbound webhook. It's the only one that costs money, and it's 1 penny every time it runs. And then if that adds up to more than $15 a month, you can switch over to a premium plan that basically gives you 10,000 for $15, or basically 0.15 pennies per action. So it significantly drops the cost. All right, so that's your trigger. If you add an action, right, you can see out of the 95 actions, only 6 are premium, and they're these 6 right here, which this one you would never use. If you integrate Slack, that costs some money. You can do webhooks, but if you want a custom one, that costs money. Google Sheets, array functions, custom code. There is this ChatGTP powered by OpenAI, but that's what this charges right here. 27 was 16 cents, 39 was 41 cents, 17 was 18. Depends on when it's built and stuff, but it's generally a penny per action. Okay, so I hope that made sense. And basically this breaks down every single transaction. You can go to detailed and you can see every single one and what it cost, when it was, all that good stuff. The reason this is called a wallet and transactions is the way it works is we wouldn't want on your credit card to be charged every single time, like, oh, this much and this much and this much. It's better to just group a bunch of those together and charge all for once. So that's why there's this auto recharge, which the default is $10, and it's when your balance gets lower than 0. So basically what this is saying is, hey, when the balance drops below 0, it's going to recharge it back up to 10, or it's going to bring the balance back up to 10. And you could change this to say like, hey, I want it to be $100, and when it drops below 10. So basically you'll have $100, you'll spend money. When it gets down to like $9.98, it'll charge another 100 and bring it back up. But like I said, the default is this. So let's look at the payments, and this is what you would actually see on your like credit card statement, right? So invoices is just basically your monthly subscription, but if you go to charges right here, this is going to show you every time your card gets charged. So you'll see you've got your $100 monthly fees that gets charged every month, $100. But then those recharges where it loads the wallet back up, you can see it was like $10, $11.91. Most of the time it's going to be, if you're doing the $10, like just a couple more cents, because basically what happens is you have another charge that costs 2 cents. So your balance went to minus 0.01 cents. So it's trying to bring the account balance back up to 10. So it'll have to charge $10 plus that extra penny to get it back up to 10. And if you actually go to wallet transactions, detailed, you can filter this by, all your credits. And then you'll see, okay, it charged $10, 0.01, but then it always brings the balance back up to 10. So like in this case, there was another charge, probably like the monthly fee for a phone number or something like that. That was that extra $1.91. It brought it back up to 10. That's how this works. So to simplify everything, you're going to get charged a monthly fee for just using the CRM. If you choose to use consumables, you can go to your wallet and transactions, and you'll see what your monthly charge for all of those is each month, and it'll be broken down by every single thing in a summary. So it'll show you, hey, there was 121 emails, it cost 9 cents. And if you wanted to see every single actual email you'd sent, you could go to detailed transactions, and you could filter it by, I want to see debits and I want to see emails, apply, and this will show you every single email you sent, the date, the time, what it brought your total balance to every time you sent an automatic email. You could do calls and SMS, and then you could see every SMS, every call, and they'll show you what it cost every time you did that.